Welcome to the very first song workshop. My wife Sohyun and I write all of our songs together, and over the years people have asked us to explain what's going on behind the songs, what are the stories that lead to them being created. And during these workshops we'll listen to works in progress, we'll talk about the stories behind the songs, and we'll get into a little bit of the creative decisions behind why they're written the way that they are. When Korea first was divided in half, some families got separated, and Arise musical is telling the story of one of those families. Imagine what it would be like when a day passes, a week, a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years. Most of these families never had contact again with each other. This song workshop today is on the instrumental version of a song called Thinking About You, or in Korean, 당신을 생각해. And it's meant to capture the emotion of what it feels like to be apart from somebody that you love. I think we all can identify with this kind of a feeling, right? In real life, there's somebody who's far away from you and you miss them. In modern days, we keep pretty good communication through instant messaging and things like that. And yet still we can have that longing in our heart of what it's like to be apart. It physically hurts sometimes to be separated, to be lonely. Well, imagine back to the time after Korea was divided in half. Many of these families didn't even have a choice about which side they ended up on, and they had no contact. Once the border was really sealed, they just had to wonder. And so this song, Thinking About You, is capturing that feeling of what does it feel like when you've gone so long and haven't been able to see family. You don't even know if they're living anymore. You can check out on our Moon Noise channel the actual finished music video that goes along with this, with the vocals as well. See what you think when you hear the instrumental track. Can you feel the feeling of separation and longing for someone that you love? That's the goal of this music. Song with just the piano, the violin comes in after a little while, and wanted to really strike a balance between kind of a sentimental longing feeling and a little bit of a sad feeling. We decided to separate those out a little bit. The violin is going to carry more of the sad feeling, and the piano is going to carry more of the hopeful longing sort of a feeling. And then they halfway through start to trade off a little bit. Even though it's pretty simple, we wanted to write it with some offsetting, kind of syncopated portions to it. And I think that turns out working pretty well as it plays off of the violin. The clashing chords that you can hear in the piano, especially in the middle of the song here. When we finished the song, we sent it for mastering, mixing and mastering at the studio. They sent it back and said, all the piano is wrong, like it's not aligned right on the beats, so we fixed it for you. And they turned the notes like with quantizing and put them right on the beats, but it was written very intentionally off the beat, so it's like a dun 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 dun. It's not right on every beat. And all through this whole middle section, they had completely switched it back to me, it didn't sound right. It was so straight and on the beat that it lost this element that you hear here in this middle section where it's playing off of each other the way that it does. So I like how it turns out. With there are some clashing, discordant chords, but since it's so simple, I feel like it works, like to create a little bit more interesting sound than just, imagine if it were all exactly right on the beat and nothing clashing. You lose a little bit of the movement and resolution that can happen. bass on the piano coming through, where the early part of the song is up in the higher registers of the piano. Here you've got some of that foundational bass coming in, and the thought there is the hope that it grounds the song with a little bit deeper feeling. The higher registers, I don't know, what do you think? Like when you hear the higher parts alone and you don't have much of the piano bass, I feel like it gives a whole different feeling than when you get to that deeper part like you hear in this section. So I like the balance between the two. I like the part that has no bass, but this part feels a little bit more grounding to me when the bass comes in. You can hear some of those deeper notes on the piano. How did we do in capturing that feeling of missing someone and longing for someone? We're going to go ahead and play the song all the way through at the end of the video here, but thanks for joining us on this very first song workshop. We have a lot of songs tied to this musical rise that we're creating. We'll be sharing those with you one at a time and really looking forward to that. So thanks for being here, and please drop a comment, subscribe if you're not yet, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot to share with you in the time ahead, and check out our other channel on Moon Noise Records as well. Hope to see you there, and thank you so much for being part of this journey with us.